Welcome back to the Crypto Hawk program. We got an excellent program lined up for today. I'm going to show you it's all getting put together right now. This, I'm telling you, this SEC, they put out some guidance here. I want you to see this bulletin we got going. Something's going to happen in 1 to 2 weeks. And I'm set up and I'm ready. I've been calling these $500 people, like 8 to 10 people every day, and I'm getting them set up in case something happens. We've got something we're going to do, and we're going to have some fun. You've got to be ready with this. Now, here's the article here. We are at a time when they're getting it all set up. Every day. I got one crypto today I'm going to go over. It's let's see. I got 2 of them, but I don't want to let both of them go today. The setup is absolutely amazing and what's going on. I don't know when everything gets the green light, but you know what? Let's be prepared. See, I don't make predictions. I will get you all set up, ready to pull a trigger if something happens. Because you can't play that game like Mr. White Teeth. Oh, January 1st, XRP is going to be $1,000. That's so fucking stupid. How embarrassing. Totally embarrassing. Here's the article right here. My name is Crypto Hawk. I'm not a financial advisor. Not a crypto advisor, none of the above. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about financial advice. I don't know anything at all. Don't listen to what I say. Everything on the show is a total lie. What I do all the time is stay high. Drugs like heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine. Everything I tell you, don't even listen to. It's the most absurd thing ever. Okay. I got 2 brand new people that just joined the $500 group. What I'm going to try to do, let me send you my address, contact address here. I'm going to try to get a hold of you today. That's my goal. I need you to send your account information showing, okay, when you contact me, hi, Crypto Hulk. My name on YouTube is, see, I don't care about any other names, whatever, okay? Because it shows up on my YouTube under your username. So I need to see that. Hi, Crypto Hulk. My name is Cable Guy 747. We go according to American time on March 22nd. During the AM show, I gave a donation of, here is my account information so you can see that my name paid for Crypto Hulk on that date. And there we go. My Twitter X. Here's how you contact me on Twitter if that's your choice. Instagram is, let's see. There you go. 46 JDMA meth toothpaste, teeth not white enough. Oh my God. Let's talk about what is going on in crypto. This is amazing. It's all getting set up. You got to look at the right thing. Look, everybody, all the speculators, they've left crypto. They're all gone. The speculators are all disillusioned. Oh, man, they're all bummed out. Because all they do is look at price. As long as you keep price down, speculators don't even look. That's what it's happening, everybody. The price does not. See, that's what I'm telling you. I go over cryptos all last year, pumping and dumping, right? We were at the last year of speculative market. at the end of last year, Nancy Pelosi was making all these phone calls to all the whales. That's why everything started dumping, for real. She started calling everybody, hey, we're going to have crypto laws coming up. You better sell off on all the speculative assets. That's why everything dumped. You notice that? It was a coordinated event. This shit wasn't random. Bitcoin hits its highest point ever in history, and everything dumps. Ethereum, same thing. Was there any kind of hack going on where Bitcoin got hacked? No. Ethereum got hacked? No. How did so many whales all of a sudden start dumping? You don't think that was coordinated? Yes, it was. There's no reason to dump, right? Remember, everybody was thinking Bitcoin's going to hit 500,000. So Bitcoin kept going up, 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 up. Why all of a sudden did all the whales at the top sell? That caused all the mid-sized whales, all the small-sized whales, and then all the speculative little minnows like us to sell off. Then it hit the altcoin market, then everything else dumped. Why? I didn't sell anything off. Like, there's no way I'd sell off what I have. You guys, we are the last ones here with crypto. Everybody else is gone. Absolutely gone. All they do is watch price. When price goes up, they come in. When price goes down, they leave. How do you keep the brokies, people that are broke, how do you keep the brokies out of crypto? You just have people, these corporations, when they buy crypto, it's on dark pools and private ledgers. That's how. So therefore, there's not showing anybody's buying crypto because it's all done in secret. I've already shown you all this. All the brokies, they look at the price, and if the prices are down, I'm not going to get into crypto. They have no idea about dark pools and private ledgers. That's how, and pre-allocation. That's how Ripple and all these other companies are doing this shit. You're not going to see it on the order books. It's not going to be on Etherscan and none of that dumb shit, all right? We've already gone over articles before, and the article was like when XRP was like $3.80. I read the article, and you guys heard it. This one company was buying XRP at 80 cents when you guys were paying $3.80. Well, where was he buying it at? I just told you, dark pools and private ledgers, okay, and pre-allocations. That's how all this shit's done. All the brokies out there, all they do is they just watch price. And if the prices aren't increasing, they're like, oh, this crypto's not being used. No, dummy. There's a thing called dark pools and private ledgers and pre-allocation. Do I have to keep fucking saying that? That's how all this is done. That's why I'm not moved. If these prices dump, that doesn't even mean anything. The prices are reflective of what brokies like you and me do online. And people that choose to not use dark pools or private ledgers, some people choose not to do that because they want to make something appear that it's dumping. Like they'll dump it all and then buy it on a private ledger, okay? That's how this shit's done. You get some whales, dump the fuck out of Bitcoin and shit like that, then go buy it up on a private ledger somewhere cheaper. Ta-da! This is so well known in the crypto space, okay? For people that know, not brokies, but like Jed McCaleb and that Mt. Gox and all this shit, he had dark pools. That's how they were buying shit. You can, if you want a dark pool is brilliant because then you can buy millions of crypto and not raise the price. Oh, or you can use it to your advantage. Let's say you want to sell off billions of crypto, do it on a dark pool or off ledger somewhere on a private ledger. No one sees you selling, so you don't dump your own price. Let's say I own Ripple and I want to sell off 100 billion or 100 million XRP. I can go on a private ledger and do that. I'm not going to dump my net worth. Oh, shit. You're right, Crypto Hulk. See how all this fucking shit works? But the brokies don't get it. All they do is they're looking at Etherscan and let's look at the market cap. They're so fucking stupid. These people are so low IQ. It's embarrassing. I don't even know how they get a channel. Now, here's the article right here. What is happening, and I'm talking to these, I have a little membership special. It's $500 for 3 months. What I'm showing you are different techniques so you can make easily 50 to 100, 200,000 bucks here on crypto. I'm not going to tell you exactly how we're going to do it because there's a couple different ways that it could work out. This article here is very encouraging. I want you to see they're getting set up. The government is getting set up. The United States Securities Exchange Commission has issued an interpretation outlining which types of crypto are classified as securities, how a non-security digital asset could fall under specific criteria to become an investment contract. The SEC, unlike the Democrats with Gary Gensler, they're trying to make things very clear. And when things get very clear, money comes in. And when money comes in, that's when I start busting moves, making $100,000 to $200,000. Oh, man. All the brokies are coming in. I'm going to make all this money off them. I'm going to show you how. We're going to make money off the brokies. Under the SEC interpretation, which the U.S. Commodity Future Trading Commission has joined, crypto tokens are grouped into 5 categories, including digital commodities. So some cryptos will be called commodities. Some cryptos will be called digital tools. Some cryptos will be called stable coins. Some cryptos will be called digital securities. And lastly, some cryptos will be called cryptocurrencies. Oh, man. I'm telling you what, they're going to start organizing all this stuff, and then all the brokies start running back in. And when they start running back in, they're buying all kinds of random shit. And all that shit goes up in value. And then I start making I start busting my moves, and I'm making money off the brokies. The SEC has specified that the federal securities legislation only pertains to digital securities. Okay, so the SEC right now, they're not going after all kinds of crypto. Like, see, Gary Gensler's job, let me tell you, this whole Ripple trial was fake as fuck. Ripple, I've already shown you on this program, 2015 Ripple settlement agreement. I keep going over that, and then people are like, well, why are you going over a court case from 2015? That's an old court case, and it has no relevance right now. The SEC already determined that. See, it's not what the SEC determines. The SEC is not court, dummy. When I worked for the Federal Department of Justice way back when, like 20 years ago, the United States Code currently has nothing as far as definitions and penalties of selling crypto, stealing crypto, none of that. There's nothing in there. Crypto has been determined in a 2015 court case. XRP has been determined to be a currency. A currency. What is currency? It's a government money. When you hear the term currency, it's government money. Money that a government of some sort uses. Now, the term money, that's a generic term. Money includes anything. Seashells, clay tablets, gold can be used as money. You know, in the old days, people used to buy and sell gold on scales and stuff. That was money. But currency relates to a government type of money. So in 2015, the United States Department of Justice, the Treasury, now what does the Treasury deal with? Currency. So the Treasury was at this court trial. So is the Department of Justice. The enforcement arm of the Treasury, which is FinCEN, was there. The United States Attorney was there. What did everybody agree? Ripple was a money service, a money service business. They weren't a security service business. Hello, fake trial. All these other channels were talking about the Ripple trial every day. They were sucking so much dick. It was disgusting. Jeremy Hogan, come up here. Give us your take on the Ripple trial, Jeremy Hogan. John Deaton, can you do the same? Oh, by the way, I'll give you a blowjob after the show. I mean, it was embarrassing, these people having these fake attorneys on their program. It was ridiculous. There's no crypto law. So how can a lawyer interpret shit that doesn't exist? I've been saying this damn, ever since that trial started. That's why I never reported on the trial. Everybody else did. Everybody else reported on a fake trial. Ripple was determined to be a currency. by the Treasury, you know, the Department of Government that deals with money and currency. Oh, shit. It doesn't matter what Gary Gensler says. That whole thing was fake. Nobody caught it except this guy right here. It was embarrassing. These fucking YouTubers are so fucking low IQ. The SEC has specified that the federal securities legislation only pertains to digital securities. What we have here is the SEC is staying in their lane on the road. They're staying in their lane. And they're not going after anything unless it's a security. That's how it should be. The Commodities Future Trading Commission is not going after anything unless it's a commodity. Futures, okay? That's it. This whole Gary Gensler thing where he's writing everybody speeding tickets and shit, that's not even legal. That's a violation. Here we go again. A violation of 18 United States Code, Section 242. Nobody is talking about this at all. I think they must have gotten a phone call from somebody who says, hey, don't talk about that. Don't discuss that. It's ridiculous, really. If the regulator dictates that securities laws could apply to a non-security crypto asset if an issuer provides it by encouraging investment in a common enterprise. Okay, so that goes back to the Howey test. So something could be a security and not be deemed a security yet. The SEC will look at that crypto. And if it looks like a crypto company, if it looks like a crypto company is encouraging others to invest so they can make money, that's a security. And they have to have a relationship and ownership and these kinds of things. And it's more than just people like everybody. I could say, hey, everybody, let's invest in Tide soap, and everybody invests in Tide soap, and it goes up. It's not a secure. I don't own Tide. So there has to be a relationship there, a legal relationship that's recognized between two people. So there's more to it than just, yeah. The guidance also confirms protocol mining or staking and the wrapping non-security crypto assets do not constitute offers or sales of securities. So when you're mining crypto and stuff, it's not a security because you don't have a legal ownership in that company. Okay. I get my crypto and I have B of A hold it and they loan it out and pay me a dividend. That's not a security. Like your savings account's not a security. I don't own a stake in B of A for that. See? So that's how it works. A stablecoin company, see, the banks are trying to fuck everything up. A stablecoin, a Circle is a company that makes a money and they could have you stake it and pay you interest. That's not a security. I don't own Circle. I don't have voting rights at Circle. There's no business relationship except they're paying money on a crypto. That's not a security. It might be something else, but it's not a security. The commission says it marks a key step in providing improved clarity concerning its treatment of crypto assets and improves Congress's efforts to organize a sweeping market structure framework into statute. What they're doing right here, what the SEC is doing, everybody, is they're pushing the Democrats, and I'm saying that on purpose. It's not the Republicans. The Republicans vote for whatever. You could throw any kind of a crypto bill in front of a Republican. Okay, good. Sounds good. Let's go. The Democrats are like, nope. Investor protection. In fact, just like Gary Gensler used to say. What this administration's doing with President Trump and the SEC and the CFTC, they're almost kind of doing what Congress is supposed to do. They're what they call pushing the envelope. They're getting all this stuff set up. They're making clarity because the Democrats aren't doing it. They're making clarity concerning the treatment of crypto, and this improves Congress's efforts to organize a sweeping, are you hearing that? A sweeping market structure framework into statute. That's codified law. The SEC, what I'm showing you here, we got 1 to 2 weeks. And they're coming out with this clarity, 1 to 2 weeks. This will force the hand of the Democrats because the Democrats want a certain narrative to happen. The SEC and the CFTC, they're going to bust a move and make it happen. See, they're going to try to beat them to the punch. The SEC and the CFTC want to come out and start making all these definitions. Then it's too late for Congress, the Democrats, because they're behind the 8 ball. It's too late. The SEC and the CFTC have already said what things are. That has a lot of weight. First mover advantage. They're going to start making clarity. And then they won't go after certain people. Then the Democrats are going to get all kinds of butt hurt because the SEC, they're not going after everybody. Only if it's a security. That's going to greenlight all kinds of crypto, and the Democrats are going to have to come up with a law that's going to force them to make laws. Because the Republicans, they're all ready to vote. They've already voted. They already voted yes on the Clarities Act. The Democrats are like, no. The Democrats also have shut down Homeland Security, TSA, and all that shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on over there, okay? I think they're trying to create havoc. So that is the great news. In 1 to 2 weeks, we're going to have clarity on what are securities and what are commodities. That's going to greatly, that's going to allow businesses to come in and buy shit because they know that this is a security. Okay, let's buy this and offer it for sale. We know it's a security. If this is a commodity or a future, okay, let's sell it because now we know what it is. Now, if it's neither, then I'm not getting, but the SEC ain't coming after me. If it's not a security and it's not a commodity, the SEC, neither the SEC nor the CFTC, they're not coming after me. They already said. That's going to be brilliant. So if you hold a crypto, they're not coming at a cryptocurrency. The SEC ain't coming after you, neither is the CFTC. Green light. There are certain cryptos that are going to take off. Okay, that is what's being set up. Finally, we're getting close to this. Let me check the comment section. Gordon Logan, boy, Jove, just here to say for a thank you for everything. Boy, Jove, you're the man, Hulk. I'm glad. Wait, I'm here to the end. And he's a member for 43 months. Whoa. Damn, man, that is a long ass time. Scratch G. Yeah, I have Scratch G. I need a phone number. That might help for me to call, right? I got your name. I wrote that shit down. And let's see if I have your phone number. I mean, I have you written down. So you'll need to contact me with the appropriate payment evidence and a phone number. But yeah, I've had you on my list for 3 days now. I think I'm trying to get a hold of you. Let me look. Yep, I got your phone number there. Okay. And I said, unless I got the wrong phone number, so I don't want to repeat it off. I don't want to repeat it here. Are your last 4 digits 25 and then the other 2? So I got, I'm going to say your last 4 numbers of your phone number are 25, and I won't say the other 2 numbers. So is that it? Because I already sent you messages already. Okay, then fucking text me. You got my number, then I already sent you a text. I'm not going to repeat your whole phone number. Area code, just kidding. But you already got a hold of me, so go ahead and shoot me a message, man. I don't know what you... Don't be shy now. Don't be shy. You know, I just read off your phone number, so you know I already sent you the texts. Okay. Let's go with the deep dive for today. R3 Corda, X Ripple partner. Oh boy, what do we got coming here? In 1 to 2 months, everybody, 1 to 2 months, you're going to see something massive happen in Solana. Scratch, get that white teeth coin. Oh my God. Hey, focus now, focus. Now, here's the articulo. There's a company called R3. They are working with a platform called Corda. That's the same one as the DTCC. Oh, God, we're starting to get real big now. All of a sudden, it got real big. We go from R3 Corda to, I think I'm going to take a nap, CryptoHolic. The next thing I mention is DTCC, $3.7 quadrillion a year, and all of a sudden now you wake up. R3, now this news is from December 12th, 2025. It's about 3 months old, a little bit over. Why am I reading this? Because just about right now, maybe in a couple of months from now, watch what's going to happen, because you've got something very massive getting all set up. Right about the middle of the year, right about when all these crypto regulation things might start popping up, huh? Right when all the clarity in the next 1 to 2 weeks, all the clarity is going to come out, and look what's going to happen with X-Ripple partner, R3. Oh, man, and the R3 uses Corda, and that's XDC also. There's about 5 cryptos that are going to run on R3 Corda. R3 announces the launch of Corda protocol on behalf of R3 Foundation to bring institutional, oh man, that means all the money, institutional grade curated yield to Solana. Oh man, everybody, it's coming. The institutions are coming in and they're trying to get their billions, and I'm trying to get my millions. They're talking about Corda protocol is a Solana native curated yield. Let me show you their website. Here it is right here, everybody. Oh, you can register, by the way. You can register and own some of this, just like the Canton coin. Well, you can get the R3 Solana coin right here, buddy. It's not out yet. There's your, go ahead and sign your life away right here. Get early access. Ooh, I wonder if there's a steamy little picture in there. It says get early access. You click on that, and then boom, you put your email address in there, hit the submit button. You are now registered to get early access to this cryptocurrency. Congratulations for watching the Crypto Hulk show for longer than 12 to 15 minutes. Most of the people watch the show for about, I think, 15. We are at the 28-minute mark. They all missed out. Chris Sharpie says we'll be right back. Okay, we'll wait till you're back. Just kidding. Just kidding. He's like, is that dude really waiting for me? Corda protocol is a Solana native curated yield vault offering high quality, professionally managed real world asset yield. This is so massive. It's set to launch in the first half of 2026. Corda protocol will serve as a key shared market venue supporting R3's vision of connecting TradeFi, DeFi markets globally. Now, back in December 12th, 2025, R3 today announces the upcoming launch of Corda protocol on behalf of the R3 Foundation. Now, let me read my notes because I took some notes. R3 announces the launch of the Corda protocol. It's a Solana native curated. It's a yield vault offering high quality, professionally managed real world asset yield. You know how the banks don't want us to have stable coins with yield, right? But what we're seeing here is all these institutions are getting their crypto set up so they can offer yield to other institutions. But I'm trying to wonder, well, wait a second, why can't we have it? Investor protection. Well, what about protection of the institutions? How does that work now? How does it work where we can't get yield, but institutions can? It's dangerous for us to get money. It's dangerous for us to make money off our crypto, but it's not dangerous for them to make money off their crypto. Now, I know I'm about average intelligence, but I'm just not understanding how all that works. Maybe somebody could break that down in a concise little... I'm just trying to figure out how that works. But anyhow, yeah, that's what they're doing. That's what all this big fight is about. The Democrats something's going on with the Democrats not wanting us to get yield on our crypto. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. So is institutional money being given to Democrats so they won't vote on this? Because all the Republicans are voting. All the Republicans are voting on all the crypto laws. They're not stopping nothing. It's the Democrats for some reason. And I'm just trying to find out why. If somebody knows why, please drop me a line. This is set to launch the first half of 2026. It could be in 1, 2, 3 months from now. They're going to construct real-world assets, anchored strategies, and simplify access to competitive, differentiated yield for DeFi investors. So why can't we make yield? I'm just wondering on this. R3 Foundation was formed in the summer of 2025. So there was not anything called an R3 Foundation. It was just made last year. All of a sudden, R3 was a Ripple partner back in 2016, 15, and 16. All of a sudden now they started an R3 Foundation. Everybody get ready for the green light. Oh, R3's dead. Quant is dead. They were Ripple partners. They haven't been doing anything for 10 years. Oh yeah? That's how all the shit works. That's how all the excuse me. That's how all this works that I've seen. They do a project, whoever it is, they do a project, everything works great, and then they shelf it. They put it on a bookshelf and wait 10 years. All of a sudden, just last year, R3 Foundation starts. Very interesting. Why did the R3 Foundation start? To bring the Quant protocol, that's also XDC is in R3. But this one is Solana they're talking about. To bring the Quant protocol vision to market in a fully Web3 native way. They're getting all set up for Web3, everybody. Now they're opening up, getting the store ready. 1, 2, 3, 4 years ago, Web3 was some long stop on a train ride. It was like 20, 30, 40, 50 miles ahead. Now they're exiting the train and they're getting all their Web3 stores set up so they can sell to other institutions and make yield. They're going to stake their crypto. All these institutions are. What it's looking like to me, this is all getting set up for something to happen in 2026. This wasn't happening a year ago. No, this is happening just this year. That's why I started this $500 for 3 months. It's like, you know what? I see something happening right now, getting all set up. I have never seen no shit like this before. Right now, they already have. Now, this is very encouraging with this R3. They already have 18 billion on this blockchain. Guess what? They got 400 billion. They're ready to drop it right now. I'm like, oh shit. Either they've been testing or whatever with this 18 billion. Now they're ready to launch 400 billion on this blockchain. I'm like, dear God. It's coming, everybody. I hope you're in the right position. I know all of us in our little group, we are set and ready to go in case something happens. Will something happen? I have no idea. I tell the $500 people that, but I said, guess what? Let's get ready. Let's get good crypto, and I'll show them which ones it is. Let's get good crypto and get ready to pull a trigger if we have to, okay? Let's make 50 to 100 G's, all right? There is significant demand for on-chain crypto, real-world assets. They're saying there's a demand for it, everybody. They've got to have it. It's coming, okay? It's like a baby being birthed out of a birth person because there's different kinds of people can get pregnant. That's why it's called birth people, right? Okay. That's so fucking stupid. I don't know what happened. I used to be a Democrat. I did, but they got really fucking weird with Barack Obama on his second turn. I voted for Barack's first and second, and I don't know what possessed me. I got tired of the Bush family, and they're communists themselves. They're crooked. So I said, let's vote for Barack. I helped put Barack in office. I was on the phone lines. What is it called? ChangeNow.org or something. I was a member of that. I made phone calls for about a month every day for about 20 minutes. I make phone calls to help the cause and get Barack Obama elected. That was the biggest mistake. But because the Democrats just got all weird and shit with all this weirdo sexual shit. And I said, hey, then the USA hating Democrat party. So I had to get, that wasn't the party I grew up with in the 70s and 80s and shit. They weren't that strange. They just got very bizarre, right, with Barack Obama's second term. Very strange. Next, Corda solves problems by providing DeFi with trusted infrastructure and supported by liquidity. Corda provides a single shared platform to bring real-world asset yield. They're talking about staking, getting yield, okay? That's what this is all about. Solana's vaults will act on-chain funds in which investors deposit stablecoins or other digital assets in return for liquid tokens. So, on this Solana Corda platform, you will bring a token of whatever kind, and then you'll be given the Solana token. Now, it's not released yet. That's the one we're going to be waiting for. But it'll be a Solana token that represents commodities and all these things. So it won't actually be a security. So here's how it works again, so we understand. I go and I buy $5 million of Porsche stock, right? So that's a security. $5 million of Porsche stock, okay? I have it in crypto form, so they're tokens. I send those tokens to Solana, the R3 Corda Solana platform, and I put my securities in there. Then I'm issued Solana tokens. Those are not securities. The ones that is in the vault at Solana, those are the securities. I have tokens representing securities, okay? And those Solana tokens that I convert into, those provide yield. So some tokens that are more risky get higher yield, and those tokens that are not as risky, they make less money. So that's kind of the basic concept of this R3 Corda Solana shindig they got set up going in about a couple of months from now, maybe 2-3 months. March, April, May, June. So a little about 2 months, maybe. Let's take a little look at the comments here. I got to check in every now and then. Let me take a look. Scratch G says, I never got a text. Oh, God. Let's try something here. So unless I have the wrong number, so I'm calling Scratch G's phone, and it takes me right to voicemail after about 4 or 5 rings. So Scratch G, contact me again with the phone number. Maybe I missed the digit or something's wrong, and there you have it. See, we did that in real time. DTCC. Salvador Ramirez. Good morning, Crypto Hulk, and hello to your great Crypto Hulk community. Cypher Rock hardware wallet holds Canton. Comparative time when you buy it. 4 sets of walking lunges with 315 pounds. Whew. That's pretty amazing. I never could do that shit. That's like some major. Let's see. Next. Yeah, as far as Linnea goes, Joseph Lubin said, so here's the thing I've been telling the $500 people. The only evidence we had that Linnea was any good is from the word of Joseph Lubin. And I kind of knew that since Swift never admitted they're going to use that one, it was always Joseph Lubin saying, Swift said they're consulting with Consensus or something. Like, we'll see what happens, but it's possible that's a coin that goes nowhere. I put in a good amount into that, about $3,000, and if it goes, it goes. I mean, that's just how it is. If you don't want to lose any money, don't invest. You know, that's just how it works. You have to look at what cryptos. Some of them just won't make the money. So yeah, that's I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not saying anything will. You never know with crypto. It's not over till it's over. But yeah, some cryptos you're going to buy and they will go bankrupt. I've always been telling you guys that. If you don't want to lose money, don't invest. That's the simplest way not to lose money. That's why I tell you guys, get about 15 cryptos because you might have 5, 6, or 7 maybe that go out of business. So if you're sending crypto to Caleb Brown, you send like one coin at a time the first time to test it. And if it doesn't go, then that way you won't lose all your crypto. So let's say I got 10,000 XR. Let's say I got 1 million XRP. I'm going to send 1 XR, whatever the minimum is, to Caleb Brown, 1 XRP or 2 or 3, whatever the minimum is. And if it makes it, boom, send the rest. But what I'm not going to do is just send all of them at once, and then I fuck up and send it to the wrong address. You just lost all your crypto. That's how that works. Alrighty then. Let me check something here. Okay, I'm on my X. Okay. Let me write this down. Yep, I got the first three numbers. Let me look at what on my phone, if they're the same ones. Scratch G. So the first three. Oh, that would be it. I messed up on a number. Okay. The 25 was right. I just messed up on the last two. There we go. Let me send you the telegram. Okay. So we got it. Good. We're done with that. It doesn't sound like R3 is really using XDC. It may or may not. There is like 6 cryptos they're going to use. Let's look on Grok. And that's why you can't just have 1 or 2 or 3 cryptos. Stuff goes like somebody may be partnering with a crypto and then they stop. That's just how it goes. Now, historically, R3 doesn't have a platform or a crypto. There is a historic integration with XDC, which is the XinFin network. In 2021, so that's 5 years ago, a bridge was established via partners like Lab 577, Impel, and later SBI. That's a Japanese Ripple partner. This allowed XDC, the native token of the XDC network, and Ethereum compatible hybrid to be used as a settlement coin inside the Corda ecosystem. This enabled XDC crypto to move between the public XDC network and the Corda networks for instant settlements in trade and finance. XDC crypto became a leading vehicle for value exchange in some Corda setups, particularly for interoperability. This was live as of 2021 to 2024 with proof of concepts and transfers. However, this is not a native coin. Okay, so they can use different coins on that. The current focus right now, it looks like there's a pivot to Solana. R3 has shifted strategically toward public blockchains partnering with Solana. This bridges Corda's regulated real-world asset Solana for interoperability. So there's that. It might be from what so here's what I'm showing you is that, yes, at one point, XDC, the XDC Foundation was working with R3 and Corda to create some kind of bridge using an Ethereum-based kind of a coin. And now they have Solana. Are they going to leave one coin and join the other? I don't know. So that's just how that works. I can't tell you what they're going to do. Were they set up with XDC? Yes. Then it seems like the Solana comes in and now they're testing or using that. I don't know. Besides that, we'll have to see. That's why I've got 20 cryptos about 24 cryptos, because you just never know which ones they're good today, but they stop using it 5 years later. Who knows? Let's see. There's different cryptos have different use cases, right? So all this stuff in crypto is very secretive. So that's why I don't overbuy anything. I don't get crazy in just one crypto. I try to balance them out. If you were to look at my crypto portfolio, almost all of them are close to the same. I don't have one where I just dumped a god amount of money into. No. Because you just never know. You don't want to put too much into any one because you just don't know how this works. But I do know that different cryptos do different things. I have seen projects that appear to be dead, then they come back to life and stuff. So just buy what you can afford to lose. And we all take risks on all this crypto. And that's how it is. Some cryptos, you're not going to win on every single crypto you invest in. And like shit, if you did, you should be vice president at JP Morgan. If you everything you invest in, you make money in, then shit. Then you need to go work for JP Morgan. Christopher Wolf says bridges and privacy is the real story. Oasis, hello. Let's see. Could be using all of them. Yeah, I mean, we don't know. Ethereum seems to be a testing ground. That's true. You could wrap any coin. Is AXL still good to invest in? Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's massive. Yeah, I'm not selling anything either. I don't care. Look, they'll do... You can't interpret stuff. All you can do is watch what they're doing. If you want to invest, if you can afford to lose it, then invest it. If you can't afford to lose it, don't invest it. That's just basic common sense. Let me check something here. I'm going to try to do a cold plunge later. Never over invest. Exactly. Look, maybe half of what you invest in goes bankrupt. That's why I got the gold and the silver. That's my backup in case all the crypto goes bad. That I got gold and silver. It's not enough, but that's why I have all that. Okay, so right now the cold plunge is sitting at 34 degrees, 33. Up. Let me hit the ice making. Oh, shit. It's going to be cold. I don't know if there'll be ice in there. Because this thing's kind of funny how it works. So I'm going to get that thing going. Where are we at? We got 6 minutes left. Okay, let me answer some questions here. I've only got like 35 cryptos. Something's going to hit. There you go. Chris Sharpie knows. Look, when I started off, some people are like this. They're like, oh, Crypto Hulk, you said all we need is XRP 5 years ago, 6 years. Yeah, that's when I just got it. See, let me explain something for dumb people who've been watching me for 5 years and you still say stupid fucking shit. When I first got into crypto, I knew nothing about financial advising or crypto, and I still don't. When I got in 6 years ago and started Crypto Hulk around May of 2020, I had bought XRP and VeChain and thought that's all I needed to know. Why? Because I didn't know what I was doing when I first started my show. There you go. So somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, I've only been in crypto at that point 3 months, and I started a show, and I didn't know anything about crypto and financial advising, nothing whatsoever. So there's a thing called learning. And over the 6 years, I learned, unlike you, but I learned that a whole bunch of stuff about crypto, and there's still a million things I don't know because it's just the crypto space is so massive. I would need about 20 guys like me and to study all. I don't even know if that would be enough, but I would need at least 20 people like me who work and study every day on crypto like this to really have a great understanding and how to make better choices in crypto. Started my ice, Mr. OG. Oh, check it out. Mr. OG's cold plunging. Started my ice bath last month. Isn't he from like Africa? Now, I know some parts, I guess, can be cold in Africa. Well, no, I think it's a hot continent, maybe the south part. But whatever it is, okay, awesome, man. I'd be a lost babe if I didn't have found Hulk. Well, you know what? I do a lot of research. I don't know. I've always told you guys, I know this much about crypto. I've always said that from day one. There is so much sneaky shit going. Okay, how about this? Why doesn't Ripple talk about Ripple Singapore? Why doesn't Ripple explain to everybody about Ripple China, Ripple Russia? How about that? Can we know about the liquidity hub that's already in Singapore where you have gold, silver, commodities, stocks, bonds, and all that? See, Ripple never talks about that. So there's all this sneaky shit. Then Ripple has private sales where they're selling people, we're paying $3.80 and Ripple's selling it for 80 cents. You know, there's all this stuff in crypto that when I first started, I didn't know. And that's why I just thought, well, I'll just buy XRP and that's it. But what if XRP goes bankrupt? I didn't know about that. Oh shit. Yeah, that would be fucked up, huh? So the more cryptos you have within reason, 15, 20, something like that. Because you're going to have projects that go out of business. And they will come up all along the way. Now, one guy, well, there's been a couple. This one Crypto Hawk member, this dude has like 150 cryptos. I'm like, what? I was sitting there for 10 minutes. I have my phone on speaker, and he's reading them off. Oh, he'll say, Stellar, 10,000. VeChain, 25. The dude was reading this shit off for like 10 minutes solid. Maybe longer. At least 10 minutes. And I'm like, is this guy serious? And I said, hey, did you buy everything that I've gone over on the show? You know what he asked me? Did I do something wrong? He's just like, well, I saw the connections. I saw the connections you were reading off, and it sounded pretty good. Oh my God, how funny. I said, no, there's nothing wrong. I'm just very shocked by that. So, we got Rofel Mac. Okay, let me put your name on a list. But yeah, some of the stories you guys tell me is really something. He wasn't joking around. He thought he did something wrong by buying every single one. I'm like, well, you kind of want to load up on some of them. You don't. But I'm like, you know what? You're going to make money on all of them, so I guess it really doesn't matter. Rofel. Mac. That's Canadian dollar. So Rofel Mac, what I'll have you do is go back into the comments section. Cold plunge is getting a little chillier, not a whole bunch chillier, but there we go. I'm going to turn that cold plunge off, let the motor kind of warm up. And then about 30 minutes before I get in that thing, turn it back on ice making mode again. That's how you got to do this thing. So right now it's 8 o'clock. I'm going to go work out and shit, come back at 9:30 or something. Maybe I'll start this thing up at 9:30 and go in a cold plunge at 10. So I'll give it an hour and a half to kind of warm up. But yeah, Rolfomat, go back into the comment section. I left my Instagram and X Twitter connections. So when you get paid up and stuff, show me that and I'll contact you. And that'll do it for this morning's program. Later, I'll call some of the $500 people, whoever. I already got, let's see how many people are on the list right now. I like 2. I got 2 people. So yeah. Thank you, Hulk. Appreciate the work. Another great show. Larry Brotherton. Right on. He's another $500 member. All right. I'll talk to the $500 people later. I'm out of here. I got to go torture myself for a couple hours.